I'm starting off today with an eyeshadow base from Catrice. This is going to give a nice even canvas to start out on, and it'll also help the eyeshadows to adhere better to the skin. Be sure though not to over apply this product, otherwise it will be counterproductive and it may actually cause creasing. So today I'm going to show you how you can just use a blending brush in various different ways to create a smoky eye. I'm dipping the very tip of the blending brush into this gorgeous champagne shade from the Sleek Storm palette, and then I'm just patting it around the tear duct of the eye to highlight that area. Now I'm flipping the brush on its side and I'm picking up some of this gorgeous rose gold eyeshadow and I'm taking it halfway across the eyelid. So by using the brush in this way, this will allow me to get the same effect as if I were to use a shader brush, and it's just enabling me to pack the colour onto the lid. Using the other side of that brush now, I'm picking up some of the cranberry toned eyeshadow and I'm pressing the colour on the remaining half of the eyelid. Then I'm placing the brush between where those two eyeshadows meet and I'm wriggling the brush from side to side. By doing this, you're just making sure that the two colours fade seamlessly together. Now that I have the eyelid coated, I'm going to move on to doing some crease work. So with the tip of the brush again, I'm taking a brown eyeshadow this time and placing the product into the socket. I'm sweeping my brush back and forth, and once the majority of the product is off the brush, I'm then moving my brush up higher in the crease so that we get that nice gradual fade the closer to the brow bone we get. So now for the fun part. I'm going to use some small elastic hair bobbles to adapt my brush. I'm taking a bobble between my index finger and thumb and I'm putting it onto the brush. Once it's on the ferrule, steady the elastic with your thumb so that it doesn't pop off, and with the other hand you want to twist the elastic and then use your index finger and thumb again to loop the bobble over the brush head. Once the bobble has been wrapped around twice, slide it up the ferrule and onto the bristles. The further you move up the bobble, the more tapered the brush hairs will be. Now we have a ready-made tapered blending brush for a more precise eyeshadow application. So I'm using that same brown now on the brush to give me that extended line I like to do on the outer portion of my eye. Then I'm going to use some black eyeshadow on that ready-made brush to add some definition to the outer third of the eye. Because the brush is tapered to a point, this is going to result in the eyeshadow being more concentrated, so this will be great if you wanted to get that cut crease effect. Once I've laid down the shadow, I'm taking off the elastic. The way the bristles are splayed out makes blending the eyeshadow so much easier to do. You want a nice fluffy brush. Up until now, I haven't been concerned with cleaning my brush because I've been working my way from light to dark. Now that I've reached my darkest shade, the black, I need to clean my brush just so that it'll prevent things getting grubby when we are blending. You can wipe off the excess product on a tissue, or you can use some surgical spirits, and this will spot clean and disinfect the brush. I like to use this after each use, and then I deep clean my brushes with shampoo at the end of each week. Now that the brush is clean, I'm going back into that brown and applying it to the crease again, as we lost some of the intensity when we applied the black. Then I'm adding some more black and I'll go back and forth between the black and the brown until I'm happy with the intensity of the shadows and the fading effect. I've applied some lashes, and then for the lower lash line, I'm using the bobble on my brush again, and this is going to make it act similar to a pencil brush. So I'm just running some of that brown along the lower lash line, followed by a little bit of the black eyeshadow. Finally then, I'm applying a little mascara, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.